Hello, everyone. This is Joe from Allen Hohen. I just want to say I'm back, and the thing with the PayPal, just forget about it, and we'll go on from there. I'll tell you more about that later. It's not really that important right now. What I wanted to do this morning is this has come up several times this week, so I want to address it because I think it's very important. So what I want to do is, the question is that's coming up is, how do I promote my stuff? And so many of you, I hear the same story over and over again. You're doing all the things that you're promoting, you're advertising, you're putting out banners, text ads, you're doing email marketing, you're generating leads, but you're spending more money than you're making. And some of you are not making any money, some making a few dollars. So this is for those of you that are spending more money than you're making. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically, in a nutshell, I'm going to tell you how I promote. Now, you got to think about this in a bigger context just for a second. Bear with me as I go through this. Is remember that all of these leads that you're generating, for the most part, they're in the same boat you're in. And the question is that you want to ask yourself is, why would they buy anything from you? What do you offer them that's unique? What do you offer them that's different from the guy next to you that's promoting the same thing you are? So you really want to think about that. And as you go through this process, and I'm going to give you this quick, in a nutshell, review here, is you want to keep that in the back of your mind. What am I offering that's unique? What am I offering that's different from someone else so that they will be interested in what I'm doing, and they'll listen to what I say, and then eventually they'll buy stuff from me. Now, here's what you need to keep in mind too, is so many of you are promoting items that, for many of you at any rate, are promoting items that may be a little too advanced right now for those people that you're promoting to, especially someone that you're promoting something that costs $100 or $200 a month. That may be just more than they can bite off. Now, here's the secret. If you can help them to go from not making money to making $200, $300, $400, $500 up to $1,000 a month, then they're much more receptive to looking at your offers in that 100 per month category. But remember, they're in the same boat you're in. They're making less money than they're spending. They're not interested right now in spending more money unless they can get a return out of it, unless they can start making money. So in the back of your mind is, you want to present yourself as somebody that's going to help them get started. And this is going to work for the most part for the leads that we're all generating, because a lot of those leads are people that are searching, and for the most part they have not, you might say they're not in that class of guru where they're just generating leads. Most of them are people that are in, like I said, in the same boat you're in. Now, so what I do is, I'm going to suggest this as a starting point. What I do is I promote to a few sites, and some of them cost more than $100 a month, World Profit being one of them. Now, in that case, I don't promote World Profit as such. What I do is I get people into Team Elite Home businesses. Then I send them all kinds of information on how to make money in ClickBank or whatever, to generate some kind of an income, to generate leads. And then I help them, and I even call them on the phone. I do consultations with them. And once they start generating income, then I'll suggest World Profit. And that has worked a lot better for me to go into, to get them started first. So write this down as number one is, you want to help people to get started. And for the most part, that's where those leads that you're generating, those people are in that boat. They need help to get started. Now, so what I do is I use lead capture pages at Team Lead Home Businesses, and I'll show you a couple of those in a second. We'll go to screen share. And also I use something called Solo Networks, which is, I'll talk about that also. So first thing we're going to do right now is we'll just go ahead and go to screen share. And I want to, just bear with me a second here. We'll pull this back up. What I want to do is I want to go here and show you a couple of the lead capture pages that I'm using. This one, I'm using Ultimate Home Business Builder with tools. And you see there, I say, you don't need to join another site. You need a home business tool shed. And that's, I'm trying to appeal to people that this is where we're going to help them get started. So we're going to go back now. Let's go over here and I'll look at a couple of more lead capture pages. I like to use the lead capture pages using the background page wizard. I use that a lot. Scroll down here to the bottom. This one has done very well for me. The little doggy sleeping. I like that one. These are some that I've used with great success. Here's another one that I was using for ad lead profits with the 3 penguins. I love animals and penguins in particular. Come down here, some down here at the bottom. So these newer ones. This is doing very well. It's all about exposure, where you're introducing them to some of those huge rotators. But see, in all cases, I'm capturing them as a lead, and then from there, I'm sending them a broadcast. This is another one here. This is a lead for, that's a world profit lead, but I also collect it as a lead, and it gets them started as an associate at world profit at the same time. So that works very well also. So technique number 1 I want to talk to you about is using lead capture pages to get your leads here at Team Elite Home Businesses. That's what you want to do. You want to use those lead capture pages, generate those leads. And if we're going to go home here, let's go home. See how many leads I've got in here right now. I think I've got 35,600, and I've got several of thousand at Traffic Wave and several thousand at LSN. I like to have more than one responder. It's always good business. Know what your competition's doing. Okay, now the other thing is, here's a key thing. About once a week, I send a broadcast to those leads, and in that broadcast, I may do another video, for example, without showing Team Elite Home Businesses and showing the use of solo network ads. I may send information about some tool, some free tool, all those sorts of things. Now, I don't ever use a lead capture page when I send a broadcast, which some of you are doing. You never use a lead capture page when you're sending a broadcast to your leads, because you've already got them as a lead and you'll confuse them. Broadcasts are for giving them information and telling them about some free tool, or also promoting, but you don't want to promote all the time to them, because you'll just upset them and then you're not going to gain anything with that. So that was the first part, is use lead capture pages at Team Elite Home Businesses to capture your leads. And your lead capture pages, you can create an individual folder as you want with individual messages for each of the lead capture pages that you're using. That's all basic stuff that's all contained here in the resources. So if any of this is Greek, that's where you start. Go to the resources and get squared away on creating lead capture pages and sending out emails. Now, where do we send these emails? There's 2 places that I use. And here's a little known fact. You see this affiliate programs right here? That's probably the gold mine at Team Elite Home Business that nobody's mining but myself. And I'm going to open this up here, and you'll see all these different sites. And if this oval is red, it means you haven't joined that site. It means 2 things. means you haven't joined that site. It also means that if you have referrals, if they join that site, they're going to join under your sponsor instead of you. That's the first thing what that means. But also, this list is a list of sites that I have joined since 2012, and every one of them have produced good results for me. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on this list. And I'm a member of almost every one of these sites, except a few that are member sites that I'm aware of doing okay. There's over 400 sites here. Now, how does this help you? You can join every one of these sites as a free member, and many of them have huge bonuses attached to them, sign-up bonuses. And you start getting into those. There's one for 30,000 credits to sign up. You get all kinds of credits, sending out mailings, sending out emails, setting up banner and text ads, all the advertising that you are doing already. So you get a lot more. So that's the second thing I wanted to bring up. Is first, we want to use lead capture pages. Second, you want to get familiar with the affiliate programs. Start joining. Don't try to join all these in one day. That's crazy. Join 1 or 2 a day, or 1 or 2 a week, whatever's comfortable for you. Join as a free member. Grab those free promos, those free bonuses, and start setting up your banners and text ads. Now, the third method that I use, and I would say that more than half, maybe 80% of my income comes from a few mailings that I do. Now, I am a total believer in what's known as solo networks. Here's my favorite, which I do not own. Oh boy. Hopefully this will bring me in there. Thank you. Let me just come back to the home page here. This is Top Apex Mailer, which is, I kept Team Elite Home Business. I kept Top Apex Mailer. I kept Global Viral Mailer. I kept Quick Mails, and I kept Quick Cash Solos. Those are the only sites I own now. There's one common denominator in all those sites. Anybody guess what it is? It's very simple. Every one of them has solo network ads in it. Quick Cash Solos has maybe 15 or 20 solo networks. The Viral Mailers, Top Apex has 2. I'm going to add some more. Global Viral Mailer has 4, and Quick Mails has 3. And one of them is a blaster ad that does very well. I'm going to show you my favorite, and they're all great, but my favorite is Speedy Solos, and I don't own it, but I'll show you. These are new. I just sent these out, and I just added this, but I'll generally average about 200 to 300. See, this one just went out on the 14th, and this one down here hasn't gone out yet, but I'll generate 200-300. I generate quite a few leads and sales every time I mail it. It goes to 60,000 members in over 43 sites, 60,000 members. And my next favorite is Top Apex Viral Solo. Whoops, no, I don't want that one. I wanted to view, purchase. There we go. It has 51,044 sites, and I average around 100, something between 150 and 200 hits, clicks per mailing. Some of these have just gone out, like this one just gone out this morning. Now, with 62 hits from this morning. Now, what I do is 90%, like I said, 90% of my income comes from these. So let's just show you how simple it is to set one of these up. Now, you can do you can buy a single one for $3.99, or you can buy 5 for $14.99. And really, that's really, those of you that are spending $100, $200 a month, if you spent that on solo ads just from one of my sites, you would make money. I know you'd make money. If you didn't, I would have to work with you, but it just doesn't make any sense that you wouldn't, because these are going to so many people now. So I clicked on set one up, show you how simple it is. And basically they're all the same on all the viral mailers. This thing is going to pop up just like this. And what you do is up here, you put your subject line. Now you can put 5 different subject lines in there. If you're a little bit advanced, that's a great thing to do. You change a word or two, and you don't have to. You can just put one. Make sure you put one subject line, say that one, in there, and you don't have to put them in 2, 3. It'll automatically fill it in there, but you can if you want to. It's up to you. I sometimes like to use 2 or 3 different ones, but you make sure you put one in there, otherwise it's going to kick it back at you. The next thing you do is you put your link to whatever you're advertising right there. That should be a lead capture page link. So because right now you're trying to get them as a lead so that you can start to send them a broadcast and some emails and to build that relationship with them. And then the last thing here is the body text goes in here, and if you're using HTML text, just click the source and you see it dims, and then paste in your HTML text and then click source again, and you'll see you'll see the ad. That's all there is to it. You don't have to work it. You can actually type the ad in there if you want, or you can just copy and paste it in there. When you get finished, you hit submit ad there, and it starts to do its checking, and then you approve it to be sent, and then I approve it, and it's on its way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to stop the sharing, go back here and summarize what we're talking about. Okay. So the question is for many people is, I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to be doing. I'm spending a lot of money, but I'm making a lot less money than I'm spending. And the answer is, the question is, how do I promote? Well, my answer to that is, I'm going to tell you how I do it and how it has worked for me every time. So the first thing I do is I use Team Elite Home Businesses to generate leads. Now, I generate leads for World Profit, but I'll have them saved on Team Elite Home Businesses plus World Profit. At Team Elite Home Businesses, I do 2 things that are extremely important. Number one is I send those leads a broadcast about once a week. And in that broadcast, I tell them about some free tool, something that's occurring, some feature. Might have a ClickBank product, some kind of there's hundreds of them, thousands of them, something like that I may expose them to. I like to bring them news about free tools. And then about once a month, I send them one of the things that a product that I'm promoting to generate some sales, other than giving them a free tool and some of the other things. But you don't want to do that too much, because you want to build that relationship. And what I do at the same time is I'm trying to create an environment. I'm always inviting them to contact me. I've been giving free consultations. That's been extremely helpful to them, because here's the bottom line with all that. If you help them to succeed and they start making money, they're certainly going to be more receptive to your offers. And that's the thing you want to write down, is the reason they're not taking your offers is, number one, they're probably not making any money if they're in the first place. And number two, they don't really know who you are. But once they know who you are and you reveal yourself to them as somebody that wants to help them, you're 99% there. The second thing I do at Team Elite Home Businesses is I use those affiliate programs. And those are the sites that I send emails to. They'll run, once you join them as a free member, you'll get emails, because everybody's doing what I'm doing. They'll run lifetime specials, $10. I grabbed those because I hate monthly payments. And over a period of years, I'm a lifetime paid member at many, many sites. So I can do a lot of advertising at no cost because I've invested in the past, $9 here, $9 there. The third thing that I do is I heavily rely on solo network ads. A solo network ads is very simply this. The administrator, in this case me at Top Apex, went to all the different sites, there's 43 sites, went to the owner of that site and made an agreement with them that the people that send out a solo network ad can send emails to their members, and their members can buy a solo network ad and send emails to our members. And that's how you can send an email to 50,000 members in 43 sites at one time. And that's the power of solo networks. A lot of people don't understand them. A lot of the gurus they use them, but they don't promote them because they don't make any money off of it. You gotta remember something. You want to write this down also. Gurus promote stuff that makes them money, and they'll very seldom promote something that doesn't make them money. If they're giving away something, they're doing the same thing I'm doing. They're trying to get you as a lead. If they're offering you a webinar, they're trying to get you as a lead plus to get you caught in their net. All they're doing is building that relationship with you. And also, if you do the same thing with them you do with anybody else, if they can show you how to make money, then that's why you're so receptive to what they're doing, and so you follow them. And that's how they got to be a guru in the first place, by starting and doing exactly what I'm teaching you to do. And you would become one if you kept doing it long enough. It's really that simple. But in the meantime, you got to be realistic and look at your situation. Is like most of you told me, you're spending more money than you're making, and you're not making near enough money for what you're spending. And so you really need a system in place. And that is what Team Elite Home Businesses plus my working with you is all about. That's why I want to keep it small. And it doesn't bother me a bit that it's growing slowly. It's growing fast enough for me, because I am actually, since the big giveaway of all the sites, I'm spending much more time individually with people. And to me, I really like that, because I'll be much better off, and you'll be much better off if I concentrate on working with you rather than just going out here hitting all the high spots. So I'm much more excited about what I'm doing by having these four sites and narrowing my focus. At the same time, I'm spending much more time, and if you'll see a lot of my emails now, I'm offering a consultation, and the consultations are helping both you and myself, because I'm learning an awful lot about what you're doing, and you're learning an awful lot about what I'm doing, and it's paying off for both of us. So it's a win-win situation. So that was it. I wanted to show you in a nutshell, and there again, I'm going to invite you to contact me if you have questions. I'll put a link. If you click on the YouTube thing down here in one corner, it'll open up the YouTube video on YouTube, and then I'll put a description and a link in that where you can contact me for a consultation, and we go from there. So that was it. Remember the steps. Use Team Elite Home Business Lead Capture pages. Get involved in the affiliate programs, and use those solo network ads. And of all this, the only ones that don't cost you any money at all is those solo network ads. But I'm going to tell you something. Once you use one and try one, doing it the right way. Now, remember, don't be just throwing your money away. Think about what you're going to put in that. You go out to 50, 60,000 people, you're going to get results. And that's what it's all about. So thank you very much, and we'll talk to you later.